and welcome back to my channel. Today, in this episode of Yap and Sew, I will be making the houses to the block that I made last time. So, a little reminder, this is the block I made last time, and I'll be making the houses to match with that. So, I'm going to touch my little microphone there. Also, look at my little bag. Isn't she cute? This is actually a panel from Hobby Lobby, and then I quilted it, and now it holds my clips. I got like a zillion of them. I think I'm going to make a little smaller makeup bag from one of the patterns I have and put some more in there to kind of have them all around, but she's a cutie. Anyway, back to business, y'all. So I'm going to move this back. Okay. Let's get started. I'm trying yet again another angle. I'm hoping and praying that this will work. I don't know. All right. So, as I mentioned the last time I did this video, or last time I did this quilt, they don't use letters or numbers or anything like that. These are all my house pieces that I have. FYI, this is actually supposed to be for the other one. Sorry. I have a real phobia. Anyway. Okay. So, I miscalculated when I did the other house, and I cut the wrong piece because I don't remember. I always forget. Okay. So. Ooh, I should bring... I gotta go get it. Anyway, this is supposed to be for block number 5. It was supposed to be for their houses, and I messed up. So now I'm going to have to scrounge around to find a roof piece for it, because that's how it works. Okay. All right, so give me a minute, y'all. I'm going to go find my little piece that I need so I can draw the line, because my Seam So Easy guide is not wide enough, as we discovered in the last video, and I don't want... Maybe I'll just do the same thing that I did the last time. Just draw a line down the middle. I still feel, though, like that's not helpful. Let me see. That's too big! I need to put that one in the middle right there. Okay. This is the Eleanor Burns method. I think I mentioned that in the last video, but it is the Eleanor Burns method, and the Eleanor Burns method is 4 flying geese at a time, and you essentially make a little flying geese unit. So here are some tools that y'all can use. Oh, my chair is hitting right here. To do any kind of 2 at a time triangles. These two I got from Joann's, R.I.P. And these are from Omnigrid, Fons and Porter. Basically, you lay it down. This one's too big, so I'm not using you. This one's probably a good size. And you draw on either side, and it's a 1/4 inch. Let me try to show you guys. From this yellow line to the end. So when you lay it down right here, it does the thing. This is a cute one. This is Lori Holt, and I don't know if you can see. It's got flowers on it, and it is, let me see how long this is. It's also 12 inches, so it tells you the size. So I like it. It's a 2-in-1, because I can easily just use it. And it's 1/2 inch wide, and then again, on either side is a 1/4 inch. So if you theoretically draw down the middle, right? Now, I have used Fons and Porters several times. Hundreds of times, if you will. And I always feel as if the lines do not come out correctly. And there go. I get upset and mad about it. So I'm going to try Lori Holt's, and we're going to see how it looks. First, it helps if you hold it like pretty steady. This is a Sew Line air erasing pen. And I need to put some of these back because they don't all belong up here. Some do belong downstairs, but I brought them up. So, again, I'm not. I'm not trying to be a tutorial channel, but I will tell you how to do this. So you just put it on your machine. I know you can't see jack. Sorry for the wild ride, y'all. Don't look over there. Don't look over there. Don't look at my mess. Okay. Yeah, y'all still can't see. Anyway, you draw on the line. You call it a day. I'm going to move you all back and fix your angle so you can still see what's happening. So you sew on the line. Now, if I was using my table, my extension table, then I would simply not draw the line and just use my Seam Sew Easy guide. But these are a little bit longer than my Seam Sew Easy guide, so I'm not going to do that. Okay. And then I'm going to move on to the next piece of the house. These ones are supposed to have a heart on them. We'll see how I feel. We'll see, y'all, how I feel about it. I'm not feeling it right this second. Okay. And let me tell you, ooh, doing this house cutting, it messes me up every single time. Okay. Every time. I don't know why. I cannot figure it out. I don't know why. I don't understand. I don't know why my brain doesn't work. And again, possibly because I'm not using the right colors and my brain is like, I don't get it. You've seen that movie Big. Again, I'm showing my age, so apologies, y'all, but I'm an old lady. Anyway, in the movie Big, there's this great scene with, I think it's John Hurd and Tom Hanks. And, well, I guess I should start at the beginning. In the movie Big, Josh is a child. And he is tired of being told that he's too small or too young, too little, too short to do anything. And so one night he goes to the fair with his family and his friends, and he wishes to be big. That's the wish, okay? To be big. Not anything else. So he makes the wish, and he gets the little thing from the machine that says your wish has been granted, and he's like, cool. Goes to bed, wakes up, he's an adult. He's big, but he is in fact an adult. And so has to figure out how to go back and find this machine so he can be small. In the meantime, he gets a job at a toy place, and he impresses the CEO, and he window. He impresses the CEO with how he is, and he winds up, going into being an executive. The dude's like 12, okay? He's 12 years old, and he's an exec. God, I can't get a break. Anyway, so he's 12, and he winds up becoming like an executive. And so they're in a board meeting, him and John Hurd and Elizabeth Perkins, who some may remember if you are of a certain age, is from the Flintstones. She is Wilma. Anyway, they're in there, and basically John Hurd is presenting this new idea, and Josh is sitting there playing with the toy, and he's like, I don't get it. And so everybody's like, what didn't you get? And then he's like, well, he explains I don't understand this toy. Like it's a building. What's fun about playing with the building? I mean, the dude has a point. So then he's like, what about a bug? And so then John Hurd looks at Elizabeth Perkins, and he says, this doesn't happen. You just don't come to a meeting and say bugs. And so then as they're walking out of the building or whatever, and they're getting, I had a bobbin milk. and they're getting out of the car or getting into his car, he starts mocking, you know, Josh, and he's like, I don't get it. I don't get it. All of that to say, that is how I feel when I cut this quilt. I don't get it. I don't get it. Nobody comes to a boardroom and says the word bugs. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand. I am both Josh Baskin and frickin' John Hurd's character in this movie. I don't get it, dudes. I don't get it. I do not get it. This quilt, cutting this quilt is like the biggest mind-blowing experience for me. I hate it with a passion because, like I said, I don't understand. I just don't. I don't get it. What's fun about playing with the building? He is correct. Nothing. No. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my little synopsis on Big. I didn't finish it because y'all should watch it. It's a great movie. I did just buy it on VHS so I could have it in my collection. I think I have it on DVD. For those of you that don't know, I do collect physical media because one day they're going to say that everything we own doesn't really exist, and y'all can be left without any shows to watch. So just, you know, FYI. So things that you like to watch, you should definitely buy. I collect a lot. Also, there's plenty of shows and movies that are not available to stream. For instance, My Family, Mi Familia. It is unavailable. There's a version on YouTube you can stream, and that's about it. You cannot stream that anywhere. I don't think you can even buy it digitally. And there go. It is, you know, going to become lost media one day if we don't have it. So it's funny. I've been searching and searching and searching forever. Every time I go to the thrift store for a copy of it, I could never find it. And I'm not even joking, y'all. Here comes my husband. Oh, look what I found! Finds it on DVD. Well, thanks, babe, because that is great news for me. So he finds it. I'm happy. And then I'm like, okay, I'm also looking for it on VHS. Because I was originally going to buy it on like eBay or something or whatever, and I wound up not. And the VHS is even harder to find, but as luck would have it, he also found a copy. He found both copies. My husband is a savant. I don't know. So I have them. And then I was out at this little thrift store in town that only accepts cash, y'all. Let me tell you, the heartache of my life. They only accept cash. I did have cash this day. I went to go look and I found another copy, and so that one I'm gonna give to my daughter. So we'll see. Anyway, yeah, I collect physical media. I collect, you know, DVDs and VHSs and stuff like that. Because, like I said, at some point, I know it's coming eventually. Because I don't know if you know this, but if at any time you owe Apple money, and I think this is so dumb, if you owe Apple money, you cannot watch movies that you have purchased. You cannot watch or play games that you have purchased. They hold it until you pay. And so I just think that's BS, generally speaking. I don't owe them money at any time currently, but it is something that happens. I know lots of people talk about how they don't. I still don't know how people don't know what they're subscribing to, so I think you guys have bigger problems. But sometimes I would be like, what the heck? And I'd be like, why can't I watch this movie? And sure enough, it would be something stupid like I owed $1 that didn't come out of my bank account or some bullshit, and oops, or some bull. And I couldn't watch a movie I wanted to watch. So yeah, just a little tidbit, a little food for thought, guys. Just remember that at some point that's gonna happen, and you're not gonna be able to watch. If you do that, you can't watch because they hold it hostage, which I think is garbage. And I think that's not right because I did buy it. I'm not leasing it from you, but I guess that's how they view it. So anyway, collect physical media. It's dying. My dad did bring on his last trip to pick up my youngest daughter. He brought all of his VHS movies that he's been saving. He's had them forever. He brought all of those for my daughter. I did go through them. My other daughter did go through them, and we now have more. So anyway, the only one that I did keep was, I think, really The Godfather, Urban Cowboy. My dad, of course, has like pristine freaking videos because he's my dad. So. My videos, any videos that I might have saved from when my kids were little, are a joke because they just beat the crap out of those videos. The boxes are all broken or whatever. Same thing with the DVDs. I'll never forget when my son was like skating on them. Oh Lord. Okay, back at it with the ruler, the Creative Grids. This is the Creative Grids Ultimate Flying Geese tool. I recommend it. Hadn't used it before, but I'm loving it now. There's a video tutorial from, I think, Creative Grids about how to use it. Oh, look, I'm Lord help me. I don't know if I'm doing it right. I would not trust me. Don't trust me, guys. Do not sell marijuana to my husband. Don't trust me. But I watched the video. It's on, as a matter of fact, if you go to my last video, or not my last video, but my last video about this, I talk about it. It's hilarious. But yeah, it's a great tool, so I do recommend it. I think it's. I was hesitant to buy it because I don't always like to buy like tools specifically for things, but honestly, this thing is amazing, and I don't know why I live my life without it. I also want to do, I don't know if you've been seeing it, but that flying geese quilt that is literally just flying geese. It's so cute. I want to do that quilt, and honestly, I don't think I could do that quilt if I didn't have this tool. I think I would lose my mind if I did not have a tool like this, because this really helps square it up. These are not straight, and they're all too short. So, but you know what? It's fine. It is what it is. Okay, so now let me iron these little window guys, and then I have to put some the other side. Also, still sweltering. I'm dying. I'm dying, y'all. This room is so hot. I don't know how I'm gonna live. My stomach hurts from the heat. I'm gonna start dripping in sweat here in a minute. Hopefully these videos get put up pretty quickly. I don't know. Look, full disclosure, y'all, I don't edit my videos, okay? I'm not great at it. I let my daughter edit my videos. She's wonderful at it. I appreciate that she does it for me. That's why they're so funny. Because she's great. So once I film them, I give them to her, and then she edits them for me. I have 3 daughters and 2 sons. And only one of them lives at home currently. The others, big gap. The others they're all adults. The youngest is still a child. So anyway, I have 3 daughters, 2 sons. 3 daughters, 2 sons, yes. So that's how I live my life nowadays, in these days. Okay, so next I'm going to sew 2. Is this what's 1 inch? These guys. Yeah. I'm starting to get nervous about my thoughts. Also, there is not enough fabric in this kit to starch. Sometimes I lightly starch it, but typically I do not. Am I just going to the top? Yeah. Yes. Just to the top. Sometimes I starch, sometimes I don't. I am not consistent. So I'm pretty sure when this gets all finished, it's gonna be like, what the heck? You know that stupid sound on TikTok. What the hell? Sorry, I forget that everybody is not chronically online. It's just me. But anyway, that's what I feel like my quilt's gonna feel like. Like, why am I so crooked? But you know what? I don't care. I want to make things and finish them and call it a day and have pretty quilts in my house because I know how. So, there you go. I have a thread or hair like floating around on my foot and I'm ready to lose it because I'm thinking it's a spider. Y'all, I do. I'm going to tell y'all right now, if there is any kind of apocalypse or anything, I'm not surviving. I'm not. I wear glasses, you guys. I wear glasses. Do you know what that means? That means if I lose or break my glasses or my vision gets worse, I can't see. I'm down. I'm out for the count. You're not catching me. You're not catching me. Anyway, you are catching me. So yeah, that's where I'm at in life. I wear glasses, guys. Yeah, no. Anyway, I was at TJ Maxx and I was gonna buy this, or I thought about buying this really cute Betsey Johnson necklace. It was like a back to school necklace. I was in love with it. It looked like the old fashioned, like, why do I keep saying like? It looked like an old fashioned friendship bracelet style, chunky links, cute big old charms. I was in love with it, okay? And so the girl at TJ Maxx, I was like, do you mind if I try it on? She's like, no, go ahead. She's like, the only thing you can't do is run off with it. And I just looked at her and I said, I ain't running. I was like, so you're safe. I was like, if you are don't gotta worry about me, you ain't gotta worry about me. I was like, if there's anything I gotta do to run to, no. I said, I'm not doing it. I was like, and we started talking about it, and I told her, I was like, if there's an apocalypse, if there's any kind of zombie thing, I said, I'm dead. I was like, girl, I wear glasses. Like, I lose or break this, I can't see. I'm gonna get eaten. So she thought that was hilarious. I thought I was hilarious. I am hilarious. I don't know if you all know that. Kidding. I'm not that hilarious. But I am funny. But anyway, yeah, I was just like, I'm not surviving anything. Also, don't mind my awkwardness right here. But yeah, so I tried it on, and the reason you don't see me talking about it anywhere is because I didn't buy it because it was like too much. I don't know how to explain it, but like once I put it on, the vibe was not there. I did not like the vibe that it was giving. I did not enjoy it. I was like, no. And then after looking, like some of the charms I didn't really like. What drew me in was they had I should bring my vacuum up. They had a charm that was the S, the old school S. I will not trying my best to describe it here, so I will put a picture of what that looks like. You probably made it 100 times in school. They had a CD in the shape of a heart that said Love Betsy because it was a Betsey Johnson necklace, and that's the one I wanted. It had the cutest pencil sharpener. I freaking loved it. It had a GameCube or a PlayStation controller. It was super cute, or like some kind of handheld game thing. Super duper cute. And it had what else did it have? Had some other random things that just did not go. So as I was putting it on, I was like, it's too big. I'm a little too chunky for this. Don't like it. I'm not gonna get it. I was sad to leave it though. You best believe, girls. I was sad. I was upset to leave her behind, but I had to do what I had to do. And it was only $30. So you know. Two by one. You know I was going to buy it eventually, but I didn't, so I did not. Anyway, that was the story of how I'm not going to be wearing that necklace. But it was so cute. Oh, so cute. On the little thing, it was cuter. On me, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know who could actually pull that off, TBH. Like, it was not... It was like one of those in theories. I would have liked it in a bracelet. I think it would have looked really real cute in a bracelet too. In the end, I only wound up getting, what did I get at TJ Maxx last night? Bathroom spray. If you know, you know. Bathroom spray, a nail polish, an OPI hot pink nail polish, and then I got something else. I know I got something else. What did I get? Ooh, it's gonna bug me. I don't remember. I got something else. I got another thing. I'll have to remember later. I'll have to think about my purchases. So anyway, all of that, and I got, and the nail polish. So maybe tonight I'll paint my nails. I don't know. We'll see. Obviously not painted. Y'all missed it. I had nails, and then I got annoyed with them, and I took them off. I just did them myself. I don't get my nails done anymore because I think I'm becoming allergic to gel, and I'm just trying not to continue with that trend. I don't know if I've talked about it before. Oh my god, am I recording? Oh my god. I was like, imagine I'm doing all of this and I wasn't even recording. I am. Okay. So about, I don't know, 2-3 years ago, I started becoming allergic to a lot of things. Sunscreen, spray sunscreen, any kind of mineral sunscreen, not mineral. What is it? Not the like the ones like Neutrogena and all those that are like lotiony kind of. And I had this weird like rash on my arm and my hand, like red little bumps. They didn't hurt, they weren't itchy, they just felt weird and they made me upset. And so, and I couldn't get away from them, like no matter how much lotion I used, no matter what, right? Like they were just there. And I was like, oh, this is really pissing me off. So at the time, when I started getting my nails done, I was getting acrylic nails. And then my nail tech was like, you should switch to Gel X. It'll last you longer. And I was like, yeah, sure. That sounds fantastic. Let's do it. So I switched from acrylic to Gel X. And they did. They were wonderful. They were amazing. Fantastic. I loved every second of having Gel X nails. I could get, like, they would last me for 3 weeks. I had, they were just perfect. Okay? It was great. So then it started to get way more expensive. And I was just like, I don't really feel like spending $100 to $180 or however much every 3 weeks on nails, period. So then I went down to gel manicures, where I just strictly got gel manicures, and I got those about every 2 weeks. And at first it was kind of cool because they're only $30, but by the time I'm all said and done, I'm spending like $50-$60. And I was not getting designs or anything, but I liked my nail tech. She was very sweet. I really liked her. And she did good, so I would tip her nice, because that's what you do. So basically, I kind of screwed myself because I went from using Gel X, which was, I guess, cheaper, to using regular gel and then still spending $50, but now I was spending it every 2 weeks. So around Christmas, I don't remember what year it was, 2023, 2022, I don't remember. I just stopped getting my nails done because I was just like, I don't want to spend the money anymore. And I was really like getting into quilting and sewing, and this is also an expensive hobby, so it's not like this is a cheap hobby or anything. So if I did my nails, I'm not gonna have money. So after I stopped getting my nails done, my rash went away on my arm, and my rash went away on my hand. And when I say rash, it wasn't like a full-on rash. It was like just little red bumps. It looked like kind of like that little chicken skin you get on your arm, on your upper arm and stuff like that. But it just wasn't going away. And I would like randomly become itchy. But I haven't had it since I stopped doing gel nails. Sunscreen, I'm better. I can wear different sunscreens because I couldn't wear sunscreen on my face. I would break out if it was. I have to buy baby sunscreen. I'm not joking, guys. I had to buy baby sunscreen in order to put it on my face because that was the only way that I wasn't getting a rash, was if I bought baby sunscreen. Still best coverage. But now I can use regular sunscreen. Like I bought the Elf stick. Oh, I love that. That is amazing. I love it. No rash. Haven't gotten a single rash from it. I tried some other sunscreen that I've broken out with before. Not a problem. Haven't had a single problem. So I really do think that the nails were really the problem with me, or the gel, not the nails, but using the gel. And I was using it so often. And truthfully, the more you use it, the more likely you are to become allergic. And then once you become allergic, you're allergic. So, I know there's like a whole bunch of other factors and stuff like that. But also, like, it was hurting my nail beds because I would get the nails off and my nails beds would be soft, and then I'm getting not nails, but I would get polish on them. My nail bed would burn because of, it was so sensitive. So I just decided I'm not doing that anymore. So I only use regular polish. I don't use gel. I use press-ons. I use like Kiss with just regular Kiss glue. I don't do anything special. I don't use any kind of UV light. I don't do any of that. I just don't. I'm not risking it again. It was a pain. When I went to San Antonio a couple years ago, I foolishly did not bring my prednisone because I have to use prednisone. That's the only thing that really stops me from the allergic reaction. I didn't bring my prednisone, and dummy me, I spray sunscreen on my legs while we were in the car. Horrible rash. I had the worst reaction. I was itchy. I was uncomfortable. I looked puffy. I looked swollen. It was awful. And I was upset with myself because I knew better. Like, why did I do that? And I didn't bring my freaking stuff. And regular, like Benadryl, nothing. It does nothing for me. So, truthfully, that's like a weird... Why is that door so... What? Why is my door so small? That... Hold, please. My door looks ridiculous. Let me look at my other houses. The door looks bigger. What did I do, y'all? What did I do? Hold on. Ugh, I'm so mad at myself. I do this every time. These are all too small. Those are all too small. Alright, hold on. I'll BRB. Let me fudge the calls. I'll be right back. And I'm doubly stupid because I went all the way downstairs. I still didn't pick up a vacuum. Okay. I do have more. This is the messed up roof, so maybe two are... We'll see. Let's see. Anyway, all that to say, right now, currently, I still don't... what do you call it? I don't try sunscreens. I still haven't tried, what do you call it, sunscreen. Like, I still haven't tried spray sunscreen. I'm still not willing to risk it. I do have some prednisone left, so in case I do break out, but yeah, essentially, oh, I didn't burn myself, thank God. Essentially, I do feel like the gel nails contributed to that and were the cause of some of that. So I'm just not going back. I'm just not. Because once you become allergic, you're allergic. And that's that. And I just rather not in the end when it comes down to it. I don't think, yeah, I don't know. I just rather not. So I won't be subscribing to that narrative anymore. So I'm not going to do gel nails. I miss it. I do miss having my nails. I miss getting that time for myself. Like, it matters now. My kids are so grown, like, it doesn't really matter or anything like that. But I did like having kind of that, like, self-care time. But I don't miss the expense, and I don't miss the allergies that I got from it, so it just is what it is. And I could go get regular polish, but I also don't like getting the drill a lot. I feel like it, I don't know. I've done it so much in my life. My nail beds are trash right now, and I just don't want to. I'm just not. So, anyway, there you go. A little life lesson from me to you about my nails. So, but currently, yeah, I can use regular sunscreen. I'm not having any issues with it. So, I do think it was the nails or the gel. Maybe it was the light. I don't know. Who knows? Oh, that was interesting. I gotta do all of these. Now I gotta look at my constructions again and see what they say. Those I don't need to worry about because I'm not saving those, but I do need iron these flat again. So that they sit correctly when I'm ready. Anyway. Ooh. Okay, these are trash because they're the wrong size. And then these, where's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 4. Yeah, under the needle. Under the needle, Michelle. Okay. Okay. Where are you? You're right there. All right, let's cut. Let's try to redeem ourselves. I don't know which one was the right cut. Oh, look, that's crooked. Lord help me. What am I cutting? Cut. Ooh, okay, I love a Creative Gives roller. If you don't have one, you should definitely invest in one. Oh, we're not tall enough. And I have a love-hate relationship with this ruler because I am like, how do I cut one? Okay, so that's 1.5 right there. So 1.5. Anyways, I'm in desperate need to get rid of or to adjust all my. Oh my god, I'm gonna be so mad. I don't have enough. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough for 4 fudge sickles. 1.5. Shoot. Now I can use this guy. Let's see. 2 are gonna have to be. I don't know. Maybe I only need 1 door. That's different. I brought up this. Please, baby, gimme. Nope, too short. Okay, 2 doors are this, and 2 doors are gonna be you guys. Okay. 1.5. Oh, also, speaking of like quilts to make, oh, I saw this quilt. Saw 2 quilts that I wanted to make. And Facebook's dangerous for me. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Well, I'm not really on Facebook. I have Facebook because my job, but technically speaking, like I don't go on there a bunch. But when I do, it's super dangerous. But anyway, so speaking of, I was on there flying. Of course, I was flying. I was there, of course, and whenever I pop on, ultimately, it's like it knows I haven't been on and I haven't been there in a while, and they're like, "Hey, do you want to see this?" And I'm like, I do. Anyway, it's gonna be real close to the window color, but oh well. Life sucks for everybody. I was there and there was this picture, and I will try to remember to put them in there so she can insert, or I can insert them later. Anyway, a picture, this lady was like, hey, does anybody know what these two quilts are? I saw them at my, is this another one? Yeah. I saw them at a quilt retreat, but the lady said they were made for her. She doesn't know who they are or anything like that. And so somebody did find, they're easy to redo, to reverse engineer. That's where you can kind of figure out like what the quilt is, but you don't necessarily need to buy the pattern. And I'm not saying, okay, please do not take that as don't take that as me not saying to not support pattern makers. It is 100% support pattern makers. They make patterns, they're beautiful. That is my big hobby. You wanna know what my hobby is? It's not this stuff. It's buying patterns, okay? That's really my hobby, is buying patterns I love. Okay, so I support pattern makers 150,000%. Okay, guys, please don't get it twisted. I support pattern makers 1,000 times over. Okay, so please don't think I'm saying don't do that. There are times though when I am just gonna wing it and figure it out. So she posted the two pictures. Somebody did say the name of the other pattern, so I will probably be buying that one. And the other one is super easy. It looks like, they said postage stamp, but I think it's 2.5-inch squares. There's no way it's a postage stamp. Postage stamp is like 1.5-inch squares, if you didn't know. And so there's no way it's a postage stamp because it's bigger. So I think it's 2.5-inch squares. That's all it is. It's 2.5-inch squares into a 16 patch, and then you put cornerstone sashing. And I don't have great pictures because she just took them from the bed. They were laying on the bed. And then the other one is called, oh my god, hold on, let me see. I know I'm gonna put them up. I'll put them up for better, but I will show you them right here because I have them. I have my other phone out, so why not? Okay, so it's this one. This one is the one that has a pattern. And this one, like I said, I don't believe is a postage stamp because I think these are 2.5-inch squares into a 16 patch, and then just simple sashing with cornerstone. You could easily do this. It's a 16 patch. Those are 2.5-inch squares. You cannot convince me otherwise. Anyway, the name of the pattern of the first one is called Radio Way by Jaybird Quilts. Lazy girl. I don't know. But this is the pattern. You can buy it. It's $12. I probably will buy it. They're both made. This is definitely made with a jelly roll, and she has the and again I'll try to remember, but she has like all the sizes and how many jelly roll strips you need. So I already know it's made with jelly rolls. And then for the background, you need yardage. I mean, it's not difficult, right? Like you can. Contrasting solid. For a twin, it's a 3 1/4. For king, it's 5 5/8. For a lap, it's 2 yards. So yeah, I'm like, no biggie. I probably will wind up buying that pattern. I will. Oh look, I just deleted the tab. God, I'm such a boomer, y'all. Anyway, one of my favorite things to do though is 100%. Oh, and see, like this one's real cute because obviously this is a tip I learned from a TikToker. She was talking about sometimes, see, look, that's so different. And you can see too, in this picture here, they made it with Lori Holt fabric. I have a bunch of fat quarters. You know what your girl's gonna do. I'm gonna make it. And it's a different look. It just looks happy, right? And in the pattern picture, what is the word? Somebody please tell me what word I'm trying to think of. I don't know. In the cover of the pattern, it doesn't excite me. Like honestly, if I had seen that pattern first, I might have, by the way, I would be like, oh, no thanks, you're good. Because that doesn't excite me because the colorway is not exciting. But I learned this from a TikToker, Ditsy Stitchers. I think she's on YouTube too. Not much as she is on TikTok, but she's very great. You want to talk about, if you want a tutorial, that's your girl. Anyway, she said what she does oftentimes is if she finds that the cover pattern does not excite her, that she will take it in black and white, and then she can decide if she likes the pattern. Is it, you know, that old trend where it's like, is this a good outfit or is it just on someone who's skinny? Like, that's kind of how she looks at it, right? Like, she's like, is this a good pattern or do I just not like the colorway? So I thought that was very good. And it, like I said, if I hadn't known the pattern prior, I would not have bought that pattern. Never would have thought to buy it because I just thought it looked boring. And that's like a downfall of mine because I honestly, I buy things and do things based on the example given to me. So, and this is kind of where you have to really think about it as a tailor or quilter or whatever you want to call yourself. I don't care. Use whatever terminology you want. You have to not. And I have a really hard time with that. I'm going to be 100% honest. I have a very difficult time thinking outside of the box in that way. I don't think about it that way. I typically fall in love with whatever you're presenting to me in its form. So if you're like, you can do whatever you want. No, I can't. Baby, no, I can't. I have to do what it says on the directions. Like, it's just the way that I am. I liked what I saw and I want to do that. So oftentimes if I see something, and it's taking me a little bit of time, I will say, to change. But if I see something, like my biggest downfall is I'll see something that's like 3 years old. If that fabric isn't in stock anymore. Look, in a lot of ways, I am not a type A person. But you know what I am? Obsessive. So if I see something that is not in stock anymore, that is not available anymore, that is not for human consumption anymore, I'm gonna track it down and I'm gonna find it. And what do? That's what I do. That's what I do. So there you go. That's what I do. But I have learned with this quilting journey that I'm on is I can change it. I can make it different. And it's still good. It's hard, trust me, because my inclination is to follow the directions and color in the lines. I'm still coloring in the lines. I'm just using a different red because I didn't have that red. But yeah, that's, once I heard that piece of advice, it really did change kind of a lot of things for me, as far as quilting goes, because I am very much, oftentimes I like what it is. I like the kit. I want the kit. I want it exactly that way because I like it. And I had to learn to get over it because I found, for instance, there was this pattern. I think it's still floating around somewhere, but there's a pattern floating around called like Halloween Nights or something. And the pattern is unavailable, okay? And when I mean unavailable, I mean unavailable. Like, I'm searching the depths of the web and I cannot find it. It was published in a magazine produced in Ireland for a short amount of time that is now defunct. And somebody who is just as obsessed with me found, so the pattern designer passed away. Terry something or other. I'll have to look it up. It's called like Halloween Nights. Anyway, my editor knows what it is, so she'll put a picture in. Anyway, she passed away, and her husband, rightfully so, owns and controls her designs. Right? No big deal. Not a big deal. He only provides that pattern to the guild that she was a part of. And how do I know this, you want to ask? Is because there is also someone who is obsessed with finding things like that as much as I am. And she did. I found it on a forum somewhere, quilting forum. Anyway, she was saying that she even offered to join this quilt guild because she wanted the pattern so much. And they told her no, she could not join the guild. And so, guys, the moral of the story is stay obsessed. But anyway, so her husband controls the pattern. And what are these for? Oh, these are the door that I didn't actually need. Fudge the holes. Right, I did cut the wrong ones. Anyway, she why do I have so many? Rohan. Why did I cut so many? You guys, I can't read. Anyway, they declined and they said no. So yeah, like after looking at it, however, looking at the picture, I realized that it was probably pretty easy to recreate. And I'm not sitting here saying, before anybody comes at me and is like, you shouldn't do that. Yeah, if you're going to sell it, if you're going to make money off of it, if A, B, C, D, E, F, G, okay, yeah, don't do that. But if I'm using it for my own personal use, I could do whatever I want, dude. I could recreate it. It's not a big deal. All right? Like, we are A-okay, guys. So I found, like, the stars are easy enough. Everything she did was not groundbreaking, new techniques, and no disrespect. I want to make that clear. This is no disrespect to that pattern designer, okay? The problem is if I can't find the pattern, then you can easily figure out how to now, is it going to be the same? No, it's not. Because I don't know what size she did. I don't know what she used. I don't know any of that. All I know is that I could make the squares and the stars, and it's not a big deal, and I could easily make that. And then there were some witches that were appliqued, and so again, you could easily recreate it for yourself, not to sell. Oh, I'm gonna chop that sucker right up. Not to do any of that, and that's not what I'm saying. But yeah, for yourself, you can easily recreate that pattern for yourself if you wanted to, because it's not super. Same thing. The other one is probably in a book somewhere. As a matter of fact, I have my 1 and 2, my Farm Girl Vintage 1 and 2 books, and I'm wondering if those are not, like, if that other pattern is not in there, because it's super simple. Again, it's a 16 patch in 2.5-inch squares, and if you sew long enough, you know the size of square. Like, it's not difficult to figure out, looking at something, what size of square it is. It's not rocket science, guys. You know what I mean? Like, it's not gonna be rockets. So it's fine. Anyway, the point of the story is, don't be so cloistered with having to do exactly what's on the picture. Even though if you're like me, that is what is most important in life. It is, okay, I get it. I don't know why did I cut so many? I don't know what's wrong with me, y'all. Oh. Well, I still cut too many. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, help me. How did I get here? Oh, what the? Anyway. So, that is my life lesson. Enjoy. Also, it took me over an hour to do these houses, too. Again, this is not yapping so fast. This is Michelle gets distracted while sewing and talking about things that she likes. Also, my hand hurts. I don't know why. I don't know why. I thought about going live on TikTok again, but I'm just too lazy. If you don't follow me on TikTok, feel free. I'm going to plug myself a little bit. I have the same username, Best Pancakes in Ohio. I've explained, I want to say I've explained why this username is. Not on TikTok, but in a video. I don't even know how this video sounds, guys. I hope it sounds okay. I'm using my microphone. I don't even know. She's still working. She could not work. I don't know. You could be hearing my fan. This could be like the biggest nightmare. But anyway, my username is Best Pancakes in Ohio, also on TikTok. If you want to follow me there, you can. I'm available to watch. I do quilt drops over there. Sometimes I do quick tutorials or... Oh, I burnt myself a little. Okay, not really. That... Ow, fudge. Just is the hottest thing in the whole world. Ugh, okay. Anyway, I do sometimes quilt tutorials in a small way. I don't really do like a lot of quilt tutorials. I do like a, hey, this is how I messed up this thing or whatever. So anyway. And then what am I doing now? I'm starting to respond. So you can definitely follow me over there. If anybody's interested in me doing a live, I'm more than happy to do a live. You just have to let me know that that's what you want to see. I'll be even less productive on a live than I will be in this. Broski. Okay. I also want to point out I haven't oiled my machine in a while, but I haven't sewn in a while, so it's been oiled. It hasn't been oiled since the last time I oiled it, but I'm trying to not oil it a lot because I do think I'm messing it up by oiling it too much. And I know my machine's loud. I'm sorry, I cannot help that. She's a working girl. I'm not going to press that one open. I just don't have it in me right now, and I don't feel like it. Sorry. I did press it to the roof, though, because there's less seats on that side. Look at my little house. Isn't she a dolly? Anyway, I did learn about over-oiling from, not on my machine, but Kimberly Jolly from Fat Quarter Shop. If you don't know, you guys should really check it out. It's a great little multi-store. That's where I get my Sew Sampler block of my Sew Samplers. A lot of times, a lot of these tools came from there. This tool came from there. Give me a minute. There's more tools. These pins, all of these pins, the magic pins plus these little Littler House ones, those came from there. This, where did it go, guys? Hold on. This pin holder came from there. From some of my I did that. Where else? This ruler, got it in a Sew Sampler. Yeah, it's like really. Is it this one? It's a really great store. And I find their boxes can't be really beat. Their price, they have the cheapest monthly subscription box I have found. Truthfully, it's $37.50. I think that's shipped. What I pay shipped to my address with my taxes and my whatever. So I find that their prices are decent. They have the best prices. I found she doesn't sell Kona Solid anymore. I think a lot of people are not selling Kona Solid. If you don't know, Missouri Star, I'm not a business owner, so I can say anything I want. Missouri Star bought Robert Kaufman, bought them out because they were struggling. And so a lot of places will not be carrying Kona Solid anymore. I know Mojave Quilt Store won't. Fat Quarter Shop does not carry them. She said on a live that they will never carry them again. Here's the other house with a different door. I know it's a little too similar. It's a little too matchy, but that's because I don't know how to do things. But yeah, so they did at the time. I bought everything I bought for my guitar quilt. I bought through Fat Quarter Shop, and it was Kona Solids, and they had the best pricing. It was like $7.98. A lot of places will sell Bella, which I think is similar. Hobby Lobby is about probably one of the only places off the top of my head that I can 100% say sells Kona. But they don't have all the colors, and we really shouldn't be shopping at Hobby Lobby anyway, but I do. I'm sorry guys, I'm a terrible person. I know I'm awful. But anyway, yeah. There you go. Okay, here's my little houses. They are all done for month 6. I will add them when we find my pile of houses. I do need to do for month 5. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with that fabric because I used the wrong fabric. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Here's my houses to go with my collection. Okay, I guess I have different roofs. I could just use another roof. I have 2 there. Yeah, so here's all my houses. Aren't they pretty? I already have brown and purple, so it's fine. Anyway, this is it for this video. So I will see you all on the flip side. You guys have a great day. Bye.